Atelier is now 27 years old with its first game, Atelier Mari, which first launched on May 23, 1997 in Japan. With the announcement of Atelier Lumia, which will start its first broadcast in about within an hour or so, I started to cash it a little bit because la we got the new Mari variant. This giveaway, it's time for another Legend Fes Breakdown, this time with Violet Beauty Mari, and 2 other Memoria that will be available during this Legs Legend Fes Banner. I mean, let's start off with Violet Beauty Mari, and on first try, yeah, I think she's going to be a powerful bolt attacker, but let me tell you, she's not going to be about as powerful as Izana, but I'll have to explain that a little bit. So, HP of 2029, 907 magical attack, and 746 magical defense. 246 damage, that is above average for bolt attacker. Skill 1 is Thunder Flash Slash. After attacking, she'll boost her critical damage by 40% for 1 turn. That is if you were to start, if Mari were to hit the enemy with critical attack, that is. So 82% damage, 7% break damage, 100 ticks of weight. That is for 1 attack. So 1 target at a time. Thunder Whirlwind Kick. This is a single target skill as well. 290% damage, 35% break damage with 200 ticks of weight. Now, I gotta be honest, this is a bit stackable because after attacking, she'll lose all allies' attackers' critical rate and damage by 20% with a maximum of 10 and 10% with a maximum of 50% respectively. So think of it as like you have an alternate in Innocent Dreamer Vesna, but particularly for attackers. So you can have 1 to 2 attackers, and that's usually the recommended team build-up that I usually use, but you can go up to 5 attackers, and then at this point, oh, this enemy will try to knock out one of the attackers out. But no, see, the critical rate is kind of important if you're using her on the team. Now, because this is attackers, all other attackers can benefit this one, so with the 20% out of 100, this is like 4/5, 80% slower. It's just 20% slower than Resna's Innocent Dreamer skill 2. But the benefit of using Mari's skill is if you have another attacker, then yeah, she will also buff critical damage, which is kind of short, which only grants critical damage by 10% to 50. So it's just capped. You can use her 5 times in a row, which after the 6th attack, then she is already at its full potential. And my god, I haven't got her yet in the Japanese version, as I wish I could try, but to be honest, you're rather going off with Innocent Dreamer. That's that if you want to boost other characters' critical rate or buffer. You can use Vesna and Mari on the same team. It's just that Mari's skill 2 will just be able to buff all attackers faster. And then if you have Vesna by your side, the Innocent Dreamer one, you can buff all critical rates faster than just having her alone. It's just this brief benefit of speeding up the comeuppance against the opponent. I don't know what I'm saying, but my god, I already distracted. So beautiful. Beautiful costume, that is. Let's try that let's see your full force in the trial battle. So, Violet Lightning Dragon Spear. I gotta say, Violet Lightning Dragon Spear. This is where Izana will have to compete against Mari. Because while Izana benefits well for using her burst skill by guaranteeing her critical attack and targeting one enemy for score battle, Mari's benefit on burst skill is that it'll target all enemies with 240% damage, 37% break damage, and 200 ticks of weight. You gotta have her to 5-star if you want to max out her skill level though. So this boosts this attack's critical damage by 50, so by the time if you were to use this one skill 2 5 times, Mari will just double that by up to 100% total. Now, if she were to hit on critical attack, the next ally, after she uses her burst skill, will turn into a burst panel. So, whoever's next in line after Mari uses her burst skill, the next burst attack will be followed up by your next ally. So, it can't be created if the panel is empty. I'm not sure if these will replace panels, but I I'm thinking this will likely be beneficial. There's especially going to be trial challenge for Bolt Tower and the ongoing Romance Grand Tournament, the Bolt Division. So, yeah, if you need this body, especially you want to take out this big old white lizard, yeah, you can use her. You can take advantage of that. Not just Isabel, Innocent Dreamer, the likes of the Bolt attackers and slash supporters. So, I would say the Bolt first skill is kinda nice, looks beautiful in anime as well. Going to the abilities, this allows her to buff Positive Thinking, increase potency of damage buffs received and given by 20%, whether it be paddles or supporters that will allow to increase stat buffs or damage buffs. Now, let's say if you use this one, this can amplify with Positive Thinking with the potency of damage buffs received and given. Now, I'm thinking this skill 2 will also work on her because it's just going to be an incremental rate. But you can use other supporters that will be able to buff Maddie's attack set. Do note there will be one for Chapter 14 will bell, which, well, we'll see that in the future Legend Fes Breakdown video. Battle Up +3. This increases boost effects received by positive battles by 30%. Now, if you have your teammates and then they receive positive battles, it will be increased by 1/3. So, if you have her on your teammates will be able to get positive battles buff, whether it be defense, break, or skill damage buff. So I gotta say, it's kind of nice. I gotta say, it looks beautiful. Now, Academy. Now she has 4 tags, by the way. Academy, of course. All of them are from Thalberg. Promise and Teamwork. Expected I don't have 2 other resonance and this variant of math. I'm almost close. And Student, which you can expect these characters, including the Malakimia characters and, well, Sailor, Fuku, and last but not least, the carefree ones. Of course, Valeria, Sophie, and Maddie. The 3 characters so far in this version, but there's going to be a lot later down the line. So, gifts this time, red to green. She has Destructive Power Boost for battle items, Volt Curse for debuffing Volt Resistance, and Skill Power Up. Now you may need this character if you have a combination of either following up or starting up with a character that will also allow to stack skill power. I gotta say, pretty beautiful, but I do have a little bit of a concern. Of course, particularly Skill 1 and Skill 2, it's only a limitation of 1 target, but that's fine. But the problem is that there is a limitation, especially on the roll side. So this one only buffs attackers, while Innocent Dreamer has that only can buff critical rate for all characters, but it doesn't have critical damage buff. What you expect? You can pair up with Izana if you have 2 of them in the battle. But Maddie is going to be able to double team her up if you're going to use them in Bolt Tower or future story or hard score battles that are weak against lightning. Take note of that for Chapter 14 once we get there. Last but not least, her leader skill. Boost Promise and Teamwork characters' physical attack and magical attack that is all stat by 35%. Well, all attack stats. So, yeah, victory will be mine, as Maddie would say. Although she will have to share with Izana and Resna. Yeah. Anyone want up for ice critical damage for Rorona? Now she has 2 Memoria for this banner, and yes, that's fine by me. Fortunately, there is no effect yet on the upcoming update for version 1.7. 2 Memoria this time, the Origin of Alchemists. This is beneficial for all attackers, so all attacks stat with 23.75%. Attack boost panel up by 3%. This only works if you're using an attacker. So, this only benefits for those who equip this one, and that can boost up to 96%. That's almost 100% if you have this Memoria, well, maxed out. Just make sure to bring in some Memory pieces if you want to take a swig out of it. But otherwise, I expect this rate to be very low once you get this Memoria. Although we have other Memoria that can take advantage of manipulating or boosting panels quite well. Another one is Dress for Success. Now, I do love this body illustration by the way. So magical attack of 31%. Yes, this favors her, but you can also use it on bolt attackers. Like, come on! When equipped to a character with bolt affinity, boost critical damage up to 85%. Ah! Yeah, you know who is going to use that if it's gonna max out. But yeah, Mani and Izana is going to be your best attackers, buddy. And if you have Bolt Breaker Logi, which I unfortunately don't have, you can also take advantage of this one. Just make sure if it's any Volt character, you know where to use it. But this one's more favorable towards Violet, Beauty, Mari, or Izana. So anyway, that's all for this round battle, and let's try her out in battle. And I gotta say, time to play that battle music from Atelier Mari remake. Okay, so yeah, this dragon's very big. I gotta say, yeah, Logi is part of the team alongside Ruben. Let's take this heavy armor knight now. Ooh la la le! Look at this costume! I mean, who can you say you cannot say no to this beautiful Mari, the first protagonist in the Atelier series. I'm in love with that, with this cosmetic. Alright, let's go for the burst animation. Ooh, big dragon! Smack him! I think most of the team are already wiped out. I think she already hit critical hit. Yeah! And finally, Ruben can finish the battle. Although, yeah, I'm gonna go for another round because I haven't let you see Mari's skill 1 and skill 2. Anyway, let's speed his burst skill up. Yay! Nice power dance! Alright, so let's stop here, and here comes her first. Let's use her skill 2. What does it look like? Raise up, earth break, and hit! Oh my god. Now, because Ruben is also an attacker, so he gets the buff advantage of this one. And I'm not sure what happened to the menu, but I think this has been improved for version 1.6, but damn, I like it. And here comes her skill 1. Swing it up and snap. Yep. No stopping for this Marlon. Anyway, time to time lapse all the way, and I'll see you guys right at the end of the video. That's going to be it, and I will have to say final impressions on this one. Not the best group bolt attacker, but overall, I'm likely going to get her in a future Legend Fes Banner, but for now, maybe I can guarantee her through exchanging Legend Fes battles, or I might be lucky getting Chapter 14 Will Belt in a future story chapter. But for now, attack-wise, Mari works well, but you can also pair her up alongside Izana for a quick and easy finish. Just make sure that Mari ensures the critical rate and attack buff, critical rate and damage buff victory. Can you replace her with Innocent Dreamer Resna? You can just have her in the same team, but in case you prioritize more on trying to clear out enemies as much as possible, you could you could have Izana, Resna, and Mari on her team, and then Bolt Breaker Logi all the way. But otherwise, Mari is more or less an additional team member for your Bolt team. So yeah, I'm not gonna be doing the Drought Challenge Bolt Tower because I already cleared the first 2 floors. But if I have the chance to get Mari, then that should be her. Once I cleared up all my priorities, because the next because there will be a future Legend Fes Banner where we will get Atelier Summer anyway, so that could overwhelm her in the future. But if you need her right now, yo, there's your chance. Get her this beautiful red dragon dress. So that's going to be it. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Discord server, Blue Sky server, Discord server, Blue Sky account, link in the video description below, and I'll see you guys next time for Story Chapter 13 Legend Fes Banner episode. So anyway, goodbye everyone, and I will have to wait for new information for Atelier Lumia. But anyway, goodbye, see you soon.